Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him 'cause he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard, my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? How you gonna die?" Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and a gouging in the mud and the blood and the beard. I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun. I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I know I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name, and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped to make you strong." Yeah. He said, "Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the that named you Sue." Yeah, what could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun, called him a paw and he called me a son, and I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I still ain't that man. All right, thank you very much.
Hey, get rhythm when you get the blues. Hey, get rhythm when you get the blues. Yes, a jumpy rhythm makes you feel so fine. It'll shake all your trouble from your worried mind. Get a rhythm when you get the blues. Little shoeshine boy never gets low down, but he's got the dirtiest job in town, bending low at the people's feet on the windy corner of the dirty street. Well, I asked him while I shined my shoes how to keep from getting the blues. Grinned as he raised his little head, he popped a shoeshine rag, and then he said, "Get a rhythm when you get the blues. Hey, get a rhythm when you get the blues. It only costs a dime, just a nickel a shoe, does $1 million worth of good for you. Get a rhythm when you get the blues." when you get the blues. Yeah, get rhythm when you get the blues. Yes, a jumpy rhythm makes you feel so fine. It'll shake all your trouble from your worried mind. Get rhythm when you get the blues. Well, I sat down to listen to the shoeshine boy, and I thought I was gonna jump with joy. Slapped on the shoe polish left and right. He took a shoeshine rack and he held it tight. He stopped once to wipe the sweat away. I said, "You mighty little boy to be working that way." Said, "I like it," with a big wide grin. He kept on popping in and said again, "Get rhythm when you get the blues." Hey, get rhythm when you get the blues. Get a rock and roll feeling in your bones, put taps on your toes and get gone. Get rhythm when you get the blues.
Hey, get a rhythm when you get the blues. Come on and get a rhythm when you get the blues. Get a rock and roll feeling in your bones. Get taps on your toes and get gone. Get a rhythm when you get the blues. A little shoeshine boy never gets low down, but he's got the dirtiest job in town, bending low at the people's feet on a windy corner of a dirty street. Well, I asked him while he shined my shoes how'd he keep from getting the blues. He grinned as I raised his little head. He popped a shoeshine rag and then he said, "Get a rhythm when you get the blues. Come on and get a rhythm when you get the blues." Yes, a jump to rhythm makes you feel so fine. It'll shake all the trouble from your worried mind. Get a rhythm when you get the blues.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. You'll have bad times and he'll have good times, doing things that you don't understand. But if you love him, you'll forgive him, even though he's hard to understand. After all, he's just a man. Stand by your man, give him 2 arms to cling to, and something warm to come to when nights are cold and lonely. Love you can. Stand by your man. Stand by your man and show the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can.
It seems the love I've known has always been the most destructive kind. I guess that's why now I feel so old before my time. Yesterday, when I was young, the taste of life was sweet as rain upon my tongue. I teased at life as if it were a foolish game, the way the evening breeze may tease a candle flame. The thousand dreams I dreamed, the splendid things I planned, I always built to last on wind and shifting sand. I lived by night and shunned the naked light of day, and only now I see the years ran away. Yesterday, when I was young, so many happy songs were waiting to be sung. So many wild pleasures lay in store for me, and so much pain my dazzled eyes refused to see. I ran so fast the time, and youth at last ran out. I never stopped to think what life was all about, and every conversation I can now recall concerned itself with me and nothing else at all. Yesterday, the moon was blue, and every crazy day brought something new to do. I used my magic age as if it were a wand, and never saw the worst and the emptiness beyond. The game of love I played with arrogance and pride.
I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road, searching in the sun for another overload. I hear you singing in the wire, I can hear you through the whine, and the Wichita lineman is still on the line. I know I need a small vacation, but it don't look like rain. And if it snows, that stretch down south won't ever stand the strain. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. still hear your sea winds blowing. I still see her dark eyes glowing. She was 21 when I left Galveston. Galveston, oh Galveston, I still hear your sea waves crashing while I watch the cannons flashing. I clean my gun and dream of Galveston. I still see her standing by the water, standing there looking out to sea. And is she waiting there for me on the beach where we used to run? Galveston, oh Galveston, I am so afraid of dying. Before I dry the tears she's crying, before I watch your seabirds flying in the sun at Galveston, at Galveston. One day, little girl, the sadness will leave your face as soon as you've won your fight to get justice done. Some days, little girl, you'll wonder what life's about, but others have known battles are won alone. So you look around to find someone who's kind, someone who is fearless like you. The pain of it will ease a bit when you find a man with true grit. One day you will rise, and you won't believe your eyes. You'll wake up and see a world that is fine and free, though summer seems far away. You'll find the sun.
If you must cling to someone now and forever, let it be me.
without your sweet, sweet love, what would life be? So never leave me lonely. Tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me. Now and forever, let it be me. If you see your brother standing by the road with a heavy load from the seeds he sowed, and if you see your sister falling by the way, just stop and say, you're going the wrong way. You've got to try a little kindness. Yes, show a little kindness. Just shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded streets. Don't walk around the down and out. Lend a helping hand instead of doubt. And the kindness that you show every day will help someone along their way. You've got to try a little kindness. Yes, show a little kindness. Let's shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street.
You knew I could not stay for long when you'd ask me to come over in the wee hours of the morning. I said I could not let the sunrise catch me sleeping, and that is why I've given you fair warning. And though you might have loved me like I never ever have been loved before, your front door is open and I've got to keep on moving. So I will stay with you a while, and then I'll let my hitchhike thumb take me to where I wanna. Because I've got to keep on searching for the dream that I've been seeking since I left my Oklahoma. And who's to say but that I might be back tomorrow? If I find there's only sorrow, you may see me from your windowsill next morning. I'm a drifter, and I've seen the rain. I'm a drifter, and I've felt the pain that comes with loneliness. So I drift from town to town, searching all around, looking for the answer to my sorrow. And if the answer is you, on a bar working from the morning till the end of day, and that's when I go out to play. Working on the muddy Mississippi line, they pay me $10 and I don't save a dime, but I always seem to make enough to see me through, and I'll bet you $5 I'm as happy as you.
Working on the muddy Mississippi line, working on the muddy Mississippi line.
I got a lot of friends down in New Orleans, working on the docks, loading coffee beans. Hard-working people who will lend you a hand. They'll help you any way they can. My daddy was a Mississippi River man. My mama was a Cajun from the heart of the land. They taught me how to love the Mississippi mud. Now there's Mississippi water flowing in my blood.
Working on the muddy Mississippi line, working on the muddy Mississippi line.
I love the Mississippi like it was my own.
You've painted up your lips and rolled and curled your tinted hair. Ruby, are you contemplating going out somewhere? The shadow on the wall tells me the sun is going down. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. It wasn't me that started that old crazy Asian war, but I was proud to go and do my patriotic chore. And yes, it's true that I'm not the man I used to be. Oh, Ruby, I still need some company. It's hard to love a man whose legs are bent and paralyzed. And the wants and the needs of a woman your age, Ruby, I realize. But it won't be long, I've heard them say, until I'm not around. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. She's leaving now, 'cause I just heard the slamming of the door. The way I know I've heard it slam 100 times before. And if I could move, I'd get my gun and put her in the ground. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town.
You have painted up your lips and rolled and curled your tinted hair. Ruby, are you contemplating going out somewhere? The shadows on the wall tell me the sun is going down. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. For it wasn't me that started that old crazy Asian war, but I was proud to go and do my patriotic chore. And I know, Ruby, that I'm not the man I used to be, but Ruby, I still need your company.
when the morning sun streaks across my room, and I'm waking up from another dream of you. Yes, I'm on the road once again, it seems. All I've left behind is a chain of broken dreams. But you know I love you, yes I love you, whoa, I love you. How I wish that love was all we'd need to live. What a life we'd have, 'cause I've got so much to give. And it seems so wrong deep inside my heart that the dollar sign could be keeping us apart. You know I love you, yes I love you, whoa, I love you. And if only I could find my way back to the times when the problems of this life had not yet crossed our minds. All the answers could be found in children's nursery rhymes. I'd come running back to you, I'd come running back to you. But you know we can't long dreams alone, and to pay the rent I must leave you all alone. 'Cause you know I made my choice many years ago. Now this traveling life is the only one Reuben James, in my song you'll live again, and the phrases that I rhyme are just the footsteps out of time, from the time when I knew you, Reuben James. Reuben James. All the folks around Madison County cussed your name. Just a no-count sharecropping colored man who would steal anything he can. And everybody laid the blame on Reuben James. Reuben James, you still walk the furrowed fields of my mind. Faded shirt, the weathered brow, the calloused hands upon the plow. I loved you then and I love you now, Reuben James. Flora Gray, the gossip of Madison County, died with child. And although your skin was black, you were the one that didn't turn your back on the hungry white child with no name, Reuben James. Reuben James, with your mind on my soul and a Bible in your right hand, you said turn the other cheek, there's a better world awaiting for the meek. In my mind these words remain from a Reuben James. Reuben James, you still walk the furrowed field of my mind. The faded shirt, the weathered brow, the calloused hands upon the plow. I loved you then and I love you now, Reuben James. Reuben James.